it's not my problem. He likes it, it's good enough.
You know what, Dave? I was actually about to play Omaha then, and I realised it kind of really isn't that appropriate today.
No, it didn't really work. So, what's the point? We gotta move on to something new.
See? Arcs, maybe?
Detroit!
We're just going to go through random bits of the Americas. You never know, next year it could be Manchester,
Birmingham!
Hey kids, how you doing? It's the Wil and Dave Show. It's Friday. It is 4:01 PM Eastern Time. Will Vincent, Dave Judson, we've got Andrew King, we've got Al Nagy. We've got ourselves a nice little party going on, because that's what we kind of do. But yeah, Dave, we've not actually got any idea what we're talking about once again. I put some shit on YouTube, but I can't even remember what I put anymore.
You know, the best shows are the ones that we just fly by the seat of our pants and go off the rails early.
Right.
Yeah, Andrew King, shoot from that hip.
At Wil and Dave Show on Twitter, facebook.com/Wil and Dave. On the hashtagging world, it is hashtag Wil and Dave. Find us on iTunes, find us on the ETV Motorsports Radio Network every Tuesdays and Thursdays at 9 PM Eastern Time. Hey Dave, guess what?
What?
A couple of days ago, it was my 2-year anniversary of commentating for GlacierTV for the first time.
Happy anniversary, Will Vincent.
I know, it's like me and that first night when Glacier and I slept together and then a random black polar bear was born.
That must have been mighty cold sleeping with Glacier.
Yeah, I know. It's actually underneath all the foam. It's pretty warm.
Hey man, only you would know.
But yeah, it was 2 years ago. It was the Talk Freak Racing, Summer Super Cup, Spring Super Cup even, from Watkins Glen. And the only person that race I knew was David Ward.
David Ward.
So there we are.
He's a good guy.
He is. So I've now been commentating for 2 years. And, of course, there's one person we have to thank for it.
Ryan Norton.
Correct. And well, one day I am actually going to have to release the Afterburn Diaries. I've been talking about it for so long. One day I'm actually going to have to sit down and write it. And then do an audiobook of it as well. Can I not just get someone like really famous to read it for me?
Well, who would you like to have read it for you?
Nefri.
Yes.
It's got to be Nefri doing it.
Well,
for those of you who don't know who Nefri Arg is, because, I don't know, you might be, living in
an
alternate
idiot
universe.
We'll say it's not as big as other wheels that I've seen, but it feels good. Last time I had lax, that sounds like something you have on a toilet.
You've actually heard Nefri over the last 14 weeks. And by the way, I've forgotten how to count, Dave, and my dyslexia's kicked him. It's actually dyspraxia. I'm going to be one of those anal bastards. It's actually dyspraxia when it comes to numbers.
That's why this is Will Vincent and Dave Judson Podcast, episode XV.
Correct. Not in any way, part, shape, or form due to the fact that there was some form of a game going on or something on Sunday.
Well, if there was, no one told the Denver Broncos, because they totally shit the bed, as Nefri Og would say on Twitter.
I was going to say, there was a game in some ways, just one team were playing it. I think it all started, let's be honest, Peyton Manning should have gone through a concussion drill after that first play.
Well, I don't think they thought that the stadium was going to be as loud as it was, and he's trying to make calls, and the center decided that he was just going to chuck the ball backwards.
Yeah. And
all downhill from there.
We all know Peyton Manning. He always changes plays on the line of scrimmage. I mean, he does it, so it's stupid fact, 1.6 times per play.
Wow.
So he does change it quite a lot. But you're right, it did sound as though the 12th man really did come to New York. And some fact that, I mean, Fox have done every single little tidbit about 12 and 48 possible. They forgot one thing. What colour is the home colour for the New York Jets?
Blue.
Jets.
Oh, Jets. I said Giants. Green, sorry.
What is the home colour for the New York Giants?
Blue.
What are the home colours for Seattle Seahawks?
Green and blue.
There we are.
It was rigged.
Oh,
it was
yeah,
rigged.
It was all rigged. It was all in the lines. But I have to say, I was actually kind of happy, Dave.
Well, yeah, because you took full advantage of a mistake by a particular betting site, I believe, correct?
Well, yeah, and let's not forget, UK betting sites covering American football is always hilarious because the odds they have are nowhere near the same odds as you get in Vegas. So I will, listen to people like Troy Furman, for example, on Fox, and basically go whatever he says and get better odds for it. But end of the third quarter, what do you think the odds were on the Seattle Seahawks winning? Ow.
What were the odds? On them winning in the third quarter.
No, at the end of the third quarter. What are the odds of them, do you think, winning the game?
Maybe 5-1.
4-1 for them to win. For them to win when they already had a 30-something point lead.
Oh. Now that's good.
Lay your money down.
And I went on there. I was on TeamSpeak with a couple of people, and it was a case of, I was like, I wonder what the odds would be for the comeback of all comebacks. I put a couple of pounds down on that. I was like, saw 4-1. I could only bet £139.67. I would have bet my entire fucking salary on that. Because let's be honest, I think they were going to win at that point.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Let's be honest, they were going to win ever since that kickoff return happened.
What was the odds for the first score being a safety? Because that had to be a good paying one.
I got a good story on that one. One of my bosses at work told me his friend put $100 down on the Seahawks scoring the first points of the game on a safety. She won $6,000 on that bet.
Wow.
Jesus.
Putting down 100.
That's a year subscription to iRacing.
Add a couple more subscriptions to iRacing.
Unless you get it on Black Friday.
Mr. President, thank you for doing this. Really appreciate
We got
it.
iRacing break.
Oh, no,
Two things on the
wait.
record.
Something's come up,
So let's
and I
begin
don't know
with
what it is.
healthcare.
I need to close it.
October
It's
1st it rolls
Fox.
out. Right.
Fox is
Immediately
playing.
there
Fox
are
is taking over our
problems with-
broadcast. Oh.
But I can't hear anything.
No, you can't hear it. I had the start of the Bill O'Reilly interview at the start of the Super Bowl, which, let's be honest, Dave, was kind of, depending on what side of the political spectrum you were, was either hilarious or cringeworthy.
I didn't watch it because anything that Obama's in, I just don't waste my time with.
Any of you watch it? Al, you must have watched it.
I did not watch it. I was in a household where they play like other things until like the exact time kickoff is, and you have no idea what's going on.
Wait. You mean they don't play the anthem and America the Beautiful, and they don't?
Oh no, we got that. But one of those things where enough for the pre-game stuff. So
4 hours this year. 4 fucking hours.
well, you know what? Because they can squeeze a lot of commercials in those 4 hours, and someone's making money.
And also have a load of people presenting it.
Down.
I think they had
Gotta
6
break the
different
game
presenting
down.
sponsors of the pre-game show.
We've done something like that.
Yeah, well, yeah, you can find it on our YouTube page. The
Yes, you
SEC on
can.
CBS is brought to you by pretty much everyone, including Depends and Walmart. And Southwest
Maya.
Airlines. And Maya. But, of course, the big controversial moment of the Super Bowl. In fact, there were a couple controversial moments. The first one, Red Hot Chili Peppers weren't actually playing their guitars.
Yeah.
Shock somebody actually not playing something for halftime in the Super Bowl.
Their
I
reason.
don't-
They had a reason. Go on.
I don't understand why people are so pissed off about, the musicians weren't playing their instruments. They're the same people who listen to Katy Perry and Kelly Clarkson, who all their backing music is all on the computer. No one's ever played a single note physically. No one's ever played a single note
That's all
physically.
I'm allowed to play.
They put their voice through a computer, so they don't even sound how they really do. And they're like, the Red Hot Chili Peppers didn't play the bass.
We need to auto-tune. We need to auto-tune Will Vincent singing something.
He doesn't need
Challenge
auto-tuning.
accepted.
Yeah,
There you
auto-tune
go, Andrew.
me.
There's your next video, Will. You and Andrew can get together and auto-tune your voice and sing something. We have to pick a song for you.
Epic idea. But, of course, what the IHCP said is that they got to asked very nicely by the NFL if they could basically pre-record the line for it. So it was kind of as live. They actually recorded the line for it themselves, but then there was too much going on and not enough time to do it, mainly because of the fact that Bruno Mars wanted to learn how to play the drums.
What do you mean he wanted to learn? He didn't do bad.
Yeah, he wasn't actually that bad at all. I mean, I'm one of those controversial people. I actually think of all of the crap manufactured pop we have, Bruno Mars is kind of a little bit
Decent.
better than, better, decent compared to all that shit. Although,
yeah, dude has some legitimate talent.
It was, of course, 10 years since the nip slip, and I think the only way that he could have gone worse in that circumstance if Flea from Red Hot Chili Peppers whooped his cock out.
Well, remember when Bruce Springsteen did a crotch slide right into the camera? That was almost as bad.
Yeah. But, of course, the more controversial moment was the Coca-Cola advert.
Coca-Cola.
Yeah, that really pissed off.
This is America. This is America. Speak English.
There's some really funny stuff that I saw out of that. And let's be honest, I know all the words to America the Beautiful, but I'm English. Does that mean I'm not allowed to sing it because I'm singing in an English accent? I'm sure you're not singing that in a redneck Southern accent from DirtySouthRacing.com, so you shouldn't be singing America the Beautiful.
You're singing it like a terrorist.
Yeah.
Speaking of singing, the national anthem, they did the sign language. Do the people that watch, that are deaf and see the sign language say, man, that was beautiful?
That was signed beautiful.
Yeah, to be fair, beautiful. At least it was done properly.
Yes.
Hey, I didn't see George Ataquango anywhere.
They should have given him the
trying
other
to sign
chance.
anything.
You can just imagine in front of his TV going, hey, you are doing it wrong. This is not the way you do it. You do it this way instead.
George, we know you screwed up really bad at the Mandela Memorial, but we'll give you another shot at the Super Bowl with the national anthem.
Well, you know, as far as that Mandela Memorial goes, they got forced to take a rabbit out of the Mandela statue because apparently they put it in there as something the contractors do every time they do something. And then someone photographed it at really high res and realised there's a bunny rabbit in Mandela's ear.
You got a little hair. You got a little hair in your ear.
Yeah. Talking about Paul Jenkins is going to come in at the moment and killjoy this. What essentially is a Super Bowl special at the moment. But yeah, what do you think of that Coca-Cola advert, Dave? You're American.
Paul Jenkins is fuming.
You know, I didn't. I mean, what's the big deal? So they sang in some different languages. Who cares?
Yeah.
People just make controversy wherever they want. Hell, Coca-Cola could have started it just to get more play on the commercial to get them more, publicity.
And also, let's not
forget. You mean they used the commercial to gain exposure to an audience?
Wow.
Advertising.
Really? Is that how advertising works? Best Super Bowl adverts kind of comes down to 2, in my opinion, this year. In fact, no, it comes down to 3.
Save 30.
It comes down to about 3 or 4, actually, the more I think about it. You've got the insurance ad. You've got the Budweiser dog ad. You've got the MetLife ad, which a lot of people are pissed off about the MetLife ad as well, aren't they?
Which one was that?
The one where Linus was playing the national anthem on the piano, and they got pissed off because the bird didn't take its hat off. It's a fucking bird in a hat!
It's an animated bird! It didn't take his hat off in the national anthem. Are you... Alright, every single one of you people who thought that was offensive, whatever, go stick it where the sun doesn't shine. And don't remove your head from there either.
And then, of course, you got the Seinfeld advert.
I thought that was, that was okay. The show is a lot better than the commercial makes it seem.
Yeah,
if you've never seen comedians in cars getting coffee, it's quite entertaining.
Comedians in cars getting coffee? I just got a thing what we do when I come to America next time.
You want to do a drive-around show in a crappy car?
Yes!
Well, you better come to Mid-Ohio then, because there'll be lots of cars.
Well,
I'll take you guys through the ghetto. You can do it driving through the ghetto.
Well, Vincent will blend right in.
Yeah. Like, oh no, they got one of my people again!
I thought you didn't do ride-alongs in Cleveland, Al. Special circumstances.
I keep hearing that we can do them, but, do you really want to sit in the back of a cruiser where people's pissed in and blood's all over the place? We don't clean the back of those things.
Why not?
By the way...
I don't sit back there.
I don't sit back there. Well, I guess if you can't do the time in the bloody semen-stained seat, then don't do the crime.
Exactly.
Oh, bloody hell. Bloody hell.
Exactly.
Speaking of semen and commercials, did anybody see? It was at the end of the third quarter, I think it was. There was a commercial for yogurt where the lady goes, "You got a little on your face." And she kissed his face, so he went ahead and he dropped some in his lap.
Yeah,
he was one of the better commercials.
Oh, so I was winning lots of money at that point.
That was a Full House reunion commercial.
Yeah. By the way, Elliot Lindemood said that he wants to hear me sing some metal, essentially.
Absolutely. He said Slayer, I see.
Yeah. I might do that. Slayer! I might do that a little bit later on. By the way, if you are incredibly bored and you would like to come and say hello to us, they are the details. They are there on your screen. If you're listening to it on iTunes and you come and find us, it's going to kind of be a little bit empty. But if you're actually watching now, come and find us. We might even say hello to you. Is there anything else? Yeah, I am going to carry on.
Come and say your piece and then get the hell out.
Yeah, I am going to carry on about football for just a tiny bit more. Because, A, the Seahawks are now favourites to win back-to-backs. I think right now, whoever wins that division out of them and the 49ers wins the next Super Bowl. In fact, I can
Agreed.
Although I don't want to see the 49ers win next year. I want to see them actually play at the home stadium, Super Bowl 50.
Are you willing to put 50 pounds on the 49ers right now?
I'll put 50 pounds on the 49ers in the Super Bowl 50.
There you go. Things might work out.
That is for entertainment purposes only, unless you're in the state of Nevada this weekend, or living in the UK, we can actually bet what the fuck we want to.
So, me living in America, I can't go on an English website and put money on it?
No, apparently it's against the law.
Oh.
Talking of things, not working out. You know that Bitcoin's kind of crashing at the moment.
Why is that? Because Russia said they're not allowed?
Apparently, yes, Bitcoin is too gay.
Well, that'll be the next thing that Google champions then.
Yeah, I mean, that Google Doodles really caused a lot of flip-siding from two fits. It's like, on one hand, I think, it's a really good thing, what they've done. Basically telling Mother Russia to go fuck themselves. Wait.
In Soviet Russia, Wil and Dave show listens to you.
But, yeah, basically, Bitcoin, Mt. Gox Exchange has halted all Bitcoin activity, and the price has fallen basically dramatically over the last couple of days or so. And Apple took away one of the last kind of trading apps for iPhone as well. So if you got Bitcoins, or if you're one of those real fucked up people that's got Doge coins, get rid of them as soon as you can. Get rid of them now. Consumer advice.
For a long-term investment.
Buy low, sell high.
If you want to get rid of your Bitcoins, I'll give you my hashtag. You can send them to me. I'll just hold on to them. Hopefully they'll go back up.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, I'll be your financial advisor, Al. I'll take 10% of that.
Can we send Bitcoins to the Wil and Dave show?
Yeah, why not? We'll set up an account.
I don't even set up a wallet.
I don't even know how that works, to be honest. I'm completely ignorant when it comes to Bitcoins. Can somebody
a wallet, a digital wallet?
Can someone explain to me how you get them or what the hell you do with them?
Yeah, if someone would like to send us a Bitcoin, we will give you a shout out on air if you give us a Bitcoin.
Well, you got to have a wallet set up. Do either one of you?
I've got a wallet. My wallet's full of receipts and dollar. I've still got those $5 bills from Indy, Dave.
Digital wallet.
You got $5 bills from Indy?
Remember I won $5 at poker?
No, I wasn't there for that.
Well, I basically was able to beat Scott Manifold, Scott's wife, Chris Manifold, and someone else I can't remember. And I won at poker. Now, the original $5 that everyone signed, I left in my hotel room. What I didn't realise in America, if you leave money in your hotel room, the fucking cleaner is going to take it.
That's a tip.
Yep.
It's not a tip. It's my fucking money.
If you leave it out, it's a tip.
You don't tip in Britain or what?
Yeah, I do tip. It's called me putting the money in your hand and saying thank you very much. You've done a good job. Now clean yourself up and get out my flat.
Clean yourself up and get out of my flat.
Will thinks there's good, honest people in America, I guess.
He hasn't been
in the cleaning industry, at least.
Yeah,
in the hotel maid industry.
Exactly.
Hotel maids, I had a really high impression of you, and it's been
Not
shattered
anymore.
because of the Hilton Garden Inn in downtown Indiana.
Shattered.
How much did you spend on the bucket of chicken? Actually, I had all my chicken paid for me, actually, Mike. Yeah, pretty much all my crap food was bought for me. Do I still owe you money for that burger?
Yes.
Oops.
But you gave me a couple cigarettes, so we're even.
Yeah.
Send him some bitcoins.
Yeah, I'll send you a Dogecoin.
No, wait a minute. The value's gonna go down.
Yeah, even better.
What? You idiots haven't explained to me yet what the hell Bitcoin is and how you get them and what you do with them.
It's a virtual currency. You can either get it or mine it.
How do you mine it?
If you got like a broadcast PC, which is doubly as good as a broadcast PC, you can mine them, and you earn, I don't know, a Bitcoin every 14,000 years it is these days. It used to be,
That's terrible.
oh, look at that, clonk, there's a Bitcoin, clonk, there's a Bitcoin, clonk, there's a Bitcoin. It does all these algorithms. Basically now, you have to have 14 people working in a commune to make 1 Bitcoin. Basically, Bitcoin is epitomizing communism.
So, what, you make your computer available for use and they pay you with Bitcoins, or what?
I don't know.
It's some type of mining thing. I let my computer run for like 3 days, and I had like 30,000th of a Bitcoin or something.
Wow.
It was some ungodly thing, and you think about it, you use more than that in electricity when you start working out the exchange rate. And then come to find out that really Bitcoin mining only likes AMD graphic GPUs, because it runs off of your video card, not your CPU. And I run NVIDIA, so kind of out of luck.
And now you know.
So what's the lesson here,
So
folks?
basically, that 1/30,000th of a Bitcoin, is that enough to buy you a KFC to-go cup?
If KFC took Bitcoin, I could probably send it over.
If Will comes to California, Will is coming to California. It's going to be the event of the summer. Will Vincent, Auto Club, Labor Day weekend. Join the fucking party.
Aren't you also going to Sonoma?
No, I'm flying in a couple of days after Sonoma. Couldn't get the flights to work. It was like twice the price if I came to see Sonoma. So let's be honest. I'm basically going to watch a race in a desert where no one passes anyone and Will Power wins. That's what I like to call a fucking nightmare.
Well, sometimes pit crew guys get hit.
Can I just say, that's the first motorsports reference we've had in this program. We're 21 minutes into it.
That's a new record.
It really is.
It's a new track record.
Wow.
There's not much to talk about in motorsports
How is that?
right now.
There really isn't. I was having a look earlier. There's these new changes again to NASCAR, which there's that no ride height thing going on right now. So basically, everyone's thinking that they're going to be able to drive 6 inches below the ground. It's not iRacing NASCAR. It doesn't work that way.
Maybe we could hack it and change the weight in the car while we're racing.
Ooh, are you being controversial there, Dave?
Yeah, Brody Kostecki, you cheat.
Well,
nobody cheats in iRacing.
Can I ask you a very silly question? What would happen if you were to go to Golden Corral right before the race and eat a huge buffet? Literally before you step in the car, the weight transfer must kind of go down over the course of the race, because it takes 3.5 hours to digest a meal.
Well, unless he's crapping himself during the race, he's not losing any weight.
Yeah, but the weight transfer, it moves from the top of the body to the bottom of the body.
Oh, what, 2 or 3 inches ain't going to make that much of a difference.
Well,
That's what she said.
you actually did kind of walk into that one. And that's that extra 2 and 3 inches when he went bing. There we are.
Andrew King's not doing his job.
No, he's not. Andrew,
No,
what are you doing?
he's racing around Bathurst.
Racing round Bathurst.
Crashing around Bathurst.
Yeah, I was about to say,
Pretty
can you
much.
actually race around Bathurst at all? That track's brutal.
Survival of the fittest.
Right, Dave, I'm a little bit confused. I have no alcohol today. Mainly because of the fact that I'm going to a gig tomorrow with an incredibly hot girl who probably won't end up in a relationship with me ever. It's okay, she's not watching. She's not listening to
Can you
this.
post a picture of her on the feed so we can all bask in her glory?
I don't know, but you've gone warped. Have I gone warped?
I must have gone warped. You sound fine to me.
I'll tell you what.
Yeah, you're bad there, Dave.
Yeah, wait. We're going to have a look at Dave Judson's connection issue, and he's got a 31% packet loss. Dave, head over to the other TeamSpeak, and we'll see what your packet loss is over there. In the meanwhile, Al, what were we talking about?
I don't know. We're talking about you going on a date tomorrow.
Hello.
Or Yeah, tomorrow, isn't it?
Yeah, we are going to move
But for
over,
me-
by the
for me,
way.
it's a little different
Shush,
because
shush, shush,
you're
shush,
6
shush.
hours.
We're moving. Shush, we're moving. Okay, now Dave's gone, but I need Dave to be back where he is, and nothing's happening! No! Dave, go back! Dave, go back! Okay, this is interesting, because now I can't actually do anything with anyone. It's a Wil and Dave show all by himself, and ladies and gentlemen, finally, here is Mr. Dave Johnson again.
Well, hello.
Hello. So yeah, you wanted me to post a picture of this girl. It kind of...
Absolutely.
Yeah. No.
If you say you're going to go out with a hot girl, you got to prove it.
Well, yeah, you know, but no.
Oh.
Well, we're going to a gig. We're not going on a date. It's a gig, and there's a difference between going out into a gig, because at a gig you're not the centre of attention, and I like being the centre of attention. I'm not going to lie to you.
Oh, wait a minute. Will Vincent likes being the center of attention.
Nah,
This is
actually, no.
shocking news.
Hey, how you doing, Chin?
Hi.
There's the IndyCar Road Points leader.
Am I really still the points leader? That was a terrible race.
I don't know. I was just guessing.
Oh.
I just assumed you'd won again.
No. God no.
Oh, what happened? Who beat you?
5 other people and myself in a lap car and
Yes, you're
the
still
Indy car
leading.
and
You're still leading by 6 points over Carlo Labate.
wow. All right.
Breaking news, Dave. 1 Bitcoin
Yes.
equals $726.80. So in other words, the winnings that I made, I can buy 1 Bitcoin.
And now
That
is
moves
not.
$200.
Yeah, now is not the time to do that.
No.
No.
So-
Where's the rest of our clan?
I don't know. I think they're still over in the other place. Should I go and tell them to, come over to where we are?
You probably should.
Yeah. Okay. You stay there.
I'm gonna stay here and
Guys,
talk about things.
you're in the wrong team speak. We need
Waste
to
a
move to
few
the other
minutes.
TeamSpeak.
I'm not even sure if I'm on right now.
Okay.
I don't know either.
Yeah.
I guess we'll find out.
By
Were
the way,
we on while you were gone?
we'd like to. Yeah, we were. I'd like to apologise for that. It's all Yana Metakayan's fault.
Whose fault?
Yana Metakayan.
Just because you said it again still doesn't mean I understood what it was.
Yano Matakayan.
Oh, why would he do not forget to pay the bill again?
No, forget to sort the server out like he's supposed to own and work. Oops.
That SOB.
Yeah, so we were talking very quickly there about IndyCar on iRacing, and let's be honest, this has been a proper train crash of a podcast so far. So Chin, how does it feel to still be the points leader by 6 points at the moment, despite a shit race at Laguna Seca where you damaged your front wing?
Really, really, really surprised. Because I thought for sure I was going to be dead 2 laps in the race. Actually, I thought I was going to be dead on the start when I shifted in the 3rd gear and the car wobbled for the whole front stretch.
Oops.
Oops.
Well, it's not often that you make a mistake like that. Of course, you won on Tuesday as well, 16th Street. Well done. In prime
Yeah, that
time!
felt nice.
How come we couldn't watch that?
I don't know. Maybe the fact it was 2 o'clock in the morning and I had a report to write the next day. Bitch.
Aww. That didn't stop you last season.
And it was Aaron's birthday.
Happy birthday, Aaron.
Yeah, happy birthday, Aaron.
We need to give him a break.
Yeah, and also, iRacing Brazil had something on at the same time.
Ah.
So, that is that. NASCAR, we're talking about ride heights, weren't we? They're changing ride heights. NASCAR keep on changing everything. It's like, the person who writes a rule book must be fucking committing suicide by now.
But it's Brian France. He writes the rule book, so he don't care.
Yeah, it's probably going to be a case of next week's like, drivers, have at it.
But don't have at it too much.
Yeah, have at it until we say that's enough. Have at it, but you must always drive at least 95% and not speed on purpose, not speed on pit road at Bristol, and, just try not to be an asshole. So, Kyle, sorry, you're out of the series.
I'll tell you what, I'm about done with NASCAR. I've been watching NASCAR since I was 5 years old. 25 years I've been watching NASCAR. And I'm about done with this whole change all the rules. Let's make NASCAR like the NFL. Let's have a playoff system. Let's have 4 guys with no points in the final race. And whoever finishes ahead of the other guys wins. I'm done.
So where does the audience go?
Well, if IndyCar doesn't do anything stupid, then they've got a hell of an opportunity to gain a much larger fan base. Or you're looking at the Tudor Sports Car Series. I mean, V8 Supercars even.
There's one little issue about what you said.
In here.
There's one little issue about what you said there, Dave. If
What's that?
IndyCar doesn't do anything stupid.
I know that's
Which could happen.
More likely will happen.
So we'll rephrase that too.
Unfortunately.
So long as IndyCar don't fuck up too much.
Exactly. I mean, they got a good product. They've had great racing last year. They're in prime position to take full advantage of NASCAR's not wanting to be a racing series, but the NFL on wheels.
You watch it next week. Brian Barnhart's going to be back as director of competition.
Oh, it's raining? Throw the green anyway.
Yeah.
The problem with IndyCar is it's on NBC SN, and they got to get more onto the main network channels.
Yeah, that's I think the big issue. And of course, I talk about and I document quite a lot the issues with things like CBS Sports Network, Fox Sports 1, and NBCSN. Now, NBCSN's in a much better position than they were 2 years ago when they were versus, but really, people only watch NBCSN if they want to watch the Olympics or F1.
Well, the problem is that all these channels think that they can make their own version of ESPN, and is garbage as ESPN has become lately.
Bada-bum! Bada-bum!
You're just not gonna.
Nope.
You're just not gonna be able to make that work, especially like in a year or two. I mean, it's gonna take a good solid 5 years for some of these networks to build anything even remotely close to what ESPN has. They're the 800-pound gorilla.
Yeah, and you know what? 112 million people watch Super Bowl on Fox. How many people do you think watched Fox Sports Live that night?
10,000.
No, it's slightly more than that. 250,000. But still, it was 10% of what ESPN had.
Wow.
ESPN Primetime had 2.5 million people watching it. And let's be honest, I watched that. It was shit.
Most ESPN's garbage these days because they want to build their own agenda. They won't cover something unless it's one of their preconceived storylines. They're basically like the TMZ of sports. And
true, next year, 2015, when they don't have NASCAR anymore, how much NASCAR is going to be on ESPN?
If there's such a thing as less than zero, then that'll be it.
-0?
They'll talk about NASCAR as if, some NBA person was at a NASCAR race, and that would be it.
Oh my God, there was a big crash. Check it out. Oh, by the way, Dale Jr. won. See you guys later. Thanks.
Thanks for watching. Bye! In fact,
that guy almost died.
Thanks for watching.
Amazing.
Ba-da-bum, ba-da-bum. I think that's the issue for NBCSN overall, is that they've not got the marketplace. And, of course, Fox is very lucky. They could just basically change speed and make it blue. But NBC's biggest issue, I think, is coverage. I've always said, why don't, especially late on in the season, when they haven't got a if they haven't got a Notre Dame game on, why don't NBC Network show the Fontana race?
Yeah, I obviously don't have an answer there, but I don't understand why they don't just take some of the extra promo time on, like, the big NBC channel and be like, hey, IndyCar, one of our sister channels, why don't you check it out? We're paying a shit ton of money for this. Thanks.
Actually, I think they're probably paying fuck all for it, let's be honest.
True, but, the more ratings they can get, the more they can charge the advertisers, therefore they make more money.
That's a true story. Of course, the big issue is that, which would be worse? Having it stay on NBCSN with the small amount of people that actually realise that channel exists, or having all the races on ABC?
The fewer races you can have on ABC, the better.
Yeah. And of course, we're starting the season on ABC again. Thankfully, we haven't got Marty Reid. Sorry, I did a Marty Reid moment there.
Announcer alert.
Marty Reid's not commentating it this year. We've got Bestwick instead, so the coverage is going to be mediocre at best.
Well, was that supposed to be ironic that you did like a Marty Reid impression when you were saying he wasn't around?
It's like rain on your wedding day.
a
free ride when you're already paid.
Oh, maybe this is a song you could auto-tune sing.
Yeah. I know, see, the punk rock version of that is so much better.
Alanis Morissette's so angry.
I know. It's like, for fuck's sake, would someone just bend her over a table and give her the good stuff?
Damn you,
Cheer
Uncle
her up a
Joey.
little bit.
Oh. But then afterwards, she did get bent over a table because then she started thanking everyone. It's like, thank you, Canada. Thank you, Africa. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
She was naked in that video, too.
Yeah. How bad has this show got that we're talking about Alanis Morissette, for fuck's sake?
And we're talking about her in the nude. That's how bad it is.
Oh, God. Sorry, I think I've just shrunk closer than 3 inches again. Well, let's be honest, we haven't really got much motorsports to talk about this week.
Do we have it? Let's see if we have any tweets. No.
We're going to find a tweet from 4 weeks ago now, aren't we?
None.
F1 drivers...
Adam Doc actually did tweet us last week at the very end of the show. We never read it.
What did he say?
He said, Delara gave iRacing the CAD drawings as well, much more accurate than a scan.
There we are.
Breaking news.
F1 cars, by the way, they're apparently going to go sideways more than this year. So basically, Sebastian Vettel might spin out. Oh my god!
That's if the Renault engine doesn't blow up a quarter of the way through the race.
Yeah, I think the current Renault engine, I think, is a bit like Toyota at Le Mans. Really, really good, if they can actually finish a race.
Yeah, there's potential, but if you don't finish, it doesn't matter how good the engine is.
Of
or how
course,
much power it is.
A lot of people are saying that Jerez test now should have been private. Breaking news, kids. It's the 21st century. It's 2014.
Nothing's private.
Nothing's private. I mean, if it wasn't for the fact that no one can be bothered to fly over the VW training camp test circuit every day, that wouldn't be private either. So you can't have tests in private. There's a little thing called Twatter.
Twatter?
Twatter.
What's Twatter?
It's like Twitter, just more offensive.
And then you've got the grumpy person version of Twitter called Bitter.
I was about to say, isn't that called MySpace?
Does MySpace still exist?
It really does.
Yep.
They've rebranded themselves about 4 times. Let's go on the MySpace website, shall we?
It's like a social graveyard.
Is it supposed to be like a discover, share, and connect with videos, music, images, original features, and more?
This is what I did back in 2005. Do you remember?
This is MySpace.
Do you remember when you had to like copy 14,000 lines of code?
Yeah,
just to get
customize your background.
And then what happened afterwards is that everyone got so pissed off because it took about 4 years to load someone's MySpace profile. And just as it got to the bit that you wanted to read, the code broke and you couldn't see it.
And you get hacked.
Yeah. Hacked.
Yeah.
I found a way of actually making a page which didn't actually have the MySpace page on it at all, but then I got banned for doing it.
You got banned, just like you got banned from the iRacing forum.
There we are. That was something we were going to talk about. My ban. I'll tell you what, some of the shit that's been posted the last week, if I hadn't been banned, I probably would be by now.
You're lucky you weren't
Probably.
banned before.
Yeah, let's be honest. I've said some things to people that I don't regret at all, but we're kind of borderline.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, sometimes Will Vincent has a couple drinks, and he has a little too much fun on there.
By a couple of drinks, I mean close to a bottle of vodka.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah. Hey, I drank that bottle of Everclear in a week, remember?
I drunk in the bottle.
Yeah, except for 2 shots, which I set fire to see how much it burned.
I was at a clam bake one time where somebody had some really high alcohol content vodka, and I was pretty drunk. I think I just kept throwing shots into the fire just to see what would happen. And then they're like, "What the hell happened to this bottle of vodka? We just opened it like 20 minutes ago." I'm like, I think we drank it all.
I once started a go-kart motor with 151 vodka.
Oh, yes!
We were out of gas.
What possessed you to do that?
I don't know. Dude, we're out of gas. We wanted to drive the go-kart.
Let's see if vodka works. It works!
Speaking of like shooting things in the engines, I remember my first car was a 1995 Dodge Neon, And I got home from my high school graduation, and my dad's like, "Hey, we're out of milk. Go get some milk." I'm like, "Okay." So go to get in the car, and the thing won't start at all. So my dad's like, "I got the solution. Starter fluid." And he's just spraying it in the air intake, and the car is almost hopping up and down when we're trying to start it because it's just like bouncing all over the place. I thought the engine mounts were going to break. Turns out the computer was broke, so it was never going to start anyway.
Talking of engines hopping up and down, how was that first pit stall at Watkins Glen, Josh?
Bouncy.
Yeah,
They see
Pogo
me
would be understating it.
Like a pair of double Ds just hopping all over the place.
We have
Oing,
forgotten
oing.
that the Bathurst 12-hour races this weekend. This is the thing with Bathurst. Everyone loves the Bathurst 1000 presented by Super Cheap Auto Insurance, whatever it is. But the 12-hour race, no one really gives a fuck.
Yeah,
I
this
think
is the
that's
first time I
gonna
really heard of
change.
it.
Yeah, I mean, I've watched it, but no one really cares as much as they do. I mean, Bathurst, you mentioned Bathurst, you think the Bathurst 1000. Everyone watches the Bathurst 1000. 12-hour race, it's like, oh, okay. V8. Sweet, cool. Okay, moving on.
I think part of that is the fact that it's a GT3 race. It used to be heavily restricted, and now this year, for the first time, they can go flat out and actually race the full pace.
Yeah. Which, I mean, let's be honest, anything going up and down that mountain is, enough to make you want to change your underwear every time you come on pit road.
Yeah, there's actually a historic race going on right now that I'm watching, and it just looks awesome.
Yeah, could you
Everything
imagine?
looks good at Bathurst.
Could you imagine driving like a 1970s Holden, which for you Americans would be, I don't know, something like a Chevy, close enough, around that track?
I think that's what's happening right now, actually. I'm not quite sure.
I mean, can you imagine if you were to crash there? You'd be rolling down the mountain. Rolling. What?
Yeah.
So, yeah, we had that. I have also got to tell you, I'll give you an update on this thing that John Porzick made me do a couple of weeks back.
And that would be your dating site.
Yeah, online dating. There's this website apparently called okcupid.com. It's not apparently, it actually does exist. A website called okcupid.com, where, unlike all the other dating sites where they charge you $14 million, I always say 14, I need to change that. $26 million a week. This one's free. You get adverts, but have ad blocker. And they actually shout at you when you have ad blocker on. Not in the standard way in which you get a big red bar, like an NFL saying, "You've got ad blocker turned on, turn it off now." This one has an advert, and I will just try and find what it says. Now I need to go into someone's page. My God, you look ugly. And it says, it looks as though you've got your ad blocker turned off. Not going to lie to you, this is all funded by adverts. Please, consider giving us some money if you're not going to be bothered to, actually do anything else. I'm like, no. Oh, there we are. So normally, there'd be an ad in this spot, but you're using ad blocker like a boss. Like a boss who hates ads. And that's cool, except that OkCupid is ad supported, and we need money to run this beast. Here's the solution. You donate $5 to us once, and we'll remove all ads from the site forever. You don't want to see garbage ads. We make a little money that we're losing from the blocker, and everyone wins.
That was a cool story, bro.
Yeah.
Are you still talking?
I am.
I went into the hostess session to see if there was any good races while you were talking.
Right, so
There's nothing.
this dating site basically asks a load of random questions, and it finds a way of trying to match you up with people. Some of these questions are just a little bit wrong. They ask the same questions to guys as they do to girls. So I had to ask the question, do you enjoy receiving anal sex? Of course, the answer to this, was yes. It's my favourite pastime. I love getting fucked in the ass. However,
Fact.
this is one of the issues.
How do you spell fact?
Fact. Act. But, so yeah, the thing is though, they do it in such a way that if you answer no, and a girl answers it as yes, that counts as you being enemies, because you don't like being fucked in the ass. But they might like being fucked in the ass. It's like, what What's going on here? So they've got some issues, and they a lot of their questions are just weird. I mean, plain wrong and weird. And then of course you finally find someone who's like, yeah, you know, you're hot. Read their profile. Yeah, you're alright. You're not that crazy. Last logged in 2012. Yeah, thanks. They probably put on 15 stone since then.
How much is a stone?
It's a stone.
Yeah, I don't know, 14,
I mean,
15
I think that's pretty
pound?
straightforward.
Yeah, about 15 pound. I don't know how many pounds in a stone. You've got Google for this shit, bitch.
No, I'm trying to set up another
No, we
rough
use
race at
regular
Daytona.
measurements, not stones.
1 stone equals 14 pound.
So she put on 15 stones. So 15 times 14.
Come on.
So she's a land whale now.
She's Eric Vadek.
Oh! Ouch.
Eric doesn't listen to this, does he?
Yes, he does, and he likes us on Facebook.
Oh, fuck.
And he follows us on Twitter.
Fuck. Like the one person...
Do we have any tweets?
No, we don't.
No.
Mike's asking me, are you sure you're not Russian? Well, you know. Gay people. I don't like gay people, apparently, therefore, but I like drinking vodka.
Well, Vincent, should we do a rough track at Daytona night?
Hello, we're doing a rough what?
Rough track. The rough track car at Daytona at night.
I was about to say, you said rough track. I was just thinking about my ex who forgot to shave.
No, those were herpes bumps.
Oh, fuck. Again? I only got myself cleaned up a couple of months back.
Well, I'll put some Nair on it. That'll burn anything off.
Oh, God. I am actually going to buy that this week. I promise. Now I've got $700 to spend on useless shit.
Make a promise to the world on the Wil and Dave Podcast, episode XV.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Wil Vincent from the Wil and Dave Podcast, Fridays 4 p.m. Eastern, live and exclusive on GlacierTV. Earlier on in this series of the Wil and Dave show, I promised to go and buy some Nair, which is hair removal cream, and put it on my gentleman sausage area. I haven't yet done this, and for that I'm extremely apologetic. By next Friday, I promise that I will go and buy this hair removal cream and place it on a part of the body that should never be touched by such product. And I will then give you the result on the Wil and Dave show next Friday, 4 p.m. Eastern, live and exclusive on GlacierTV.
Oh my God, we got a tweet, a real one.
Wow.
Wow.
Brooks Westfall says, Wil Vincent nudes equal $5.
Okay.
What is wrong with you? Why would you pay for that? I would pay to not see that. What is wrong with you?
Hey, Chin, only because I'm black and it will make you upset.
It made me upset, that's for sure.
Yeah.
What happened to that Texan woman, Dave?
Oh, Sarah?
Yeah.
I don't know. She hasn't listened to us lately. Sarah.
Maybe it's because we pissed off DirtySouthRacing.com.
Sarah. No, she don't care about that.
Okay. God, this has been a really bad episode.
No, it hasn't.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Have you
tweet
actually
it right
had
now.
discussions?
We done what?
Have you actually talked about something legitimate, or has it just been kind of this?
No, we have. We talked
the
about
first
the Super
question
Bowl.
the first question is, do we ever really talk about anything legitimate?
No.
Yeah, that's a good point.
We did talk about the Super Bowl for 20 minutes. Like everyone else in the world has done. You know, look at us being, you know, different. Oh, hello, did you just include my name in a tweet?
I did.
Yeah, I vibrated.
I heard it too. It's like,
I know. Yeah, of course, I did put Supercross down, and I've gotten into Supercross a little bit more this year, but I still don't get it.
you don't get
What-
dirt
What
bikes
is there to not
jumping
get?
hills.
Yeah, it's like they go to Anaheim, and they jump up and down, they go around a couple of corners, and Monster sponsors it. Is that it?
Did you not watch any of the final races?
No, I didn't. It was on Fox.
Oh, that's part of your problem. It's some of the best racing I've ever watched.
Okay, so this year then I've got to get into Supercross racing, right?
Yeah.
There we are. No, I mean, I've seen bits of it before, and it's always looked pretty entertaining. I'm just thinking, well, did people actually pay to watch like this? How many races do they even have in one night?
Let's see. They have 2 heats, 2 semis, an LCQ for the 450s. So you're up to 6 races just in the 450s alone, and then the 250s run a total of 4 with 2 heats, an LCQ, and a final race.
I don't know semis on the 250. I was only going to go for the semis.
Does Will Vincent know what an LCQ is?
Last chance qualifier. Boom.
Very good.
Yeah, I know that from other heat racing throughout the years. So I know what an LCQ is. I'm not fucking retarded. I was teaching someone college football earlier. Yeah, I was teaching an American about college football.
That's awesome.
Figure that one the fuck out. Can I have my green card yet? Thanks. Of course, yeah, we've got Bathurst on this weekend. We've also got WRC on, but I don't get WRC anymore. No one even bothers paying attention to it. There's no TV contracts for it anywhere. And you're only down to about 2 teams. It's like Citroen versus Citroen.
I kind of forgot they existed, to be honest.
Yeah, so does most people. Of course, at one point, one of the most famous videos you could download as far as motorsports could go was the WRC video, which had Linkin Park and the End as the background music to it. And I remember, like, everyone in my school and everyone who cared about motorsports had that video. It took you about 2 hours to download. It was only 3 minutes long. The quality is pathetic. No one? Strike clip!
Can't drive in Bathurst.
Still, I'm trying to load a setup
Don't ever give up.
I'm trying to load a setup at Daytona, and everything came up as question marks. What does that mean?
Randy said that was bullshit.
I think iRacing said your setup was bullshit.
I got kicked out of my own session.
What for?
How?
Throughput fell to an unacceptable level.
Oh, that's not good.
Ping! Wow. Maybe
I think the game broke and timed you out.
Yeah.
What's that? Talk again.
No, okay.
That's for you, Will.
Pardon?
That was for you, Will.
Oh, what do I need to... What did you ask me? Okay, this ain't going very well. When Dave Judson's internet goes down, the Wil and Dave show fucks up. When the Wil and Dave show fucks up, Josh King gets confused. When Josh King gets confused, Andrew King starts making loud noises. When Andrew King starts making loud noises, he crashes into a wall at Bathurst. Don't let Andrew King crash into a wall at Bathurst. Listen to the Wil and Dave show, Fridays 4 PM Eastern, live on GlacierTV.
Can you hear me again?
Yeah.
Feckin' walls.
Okay, well, last time I signed in, the S bar on my little screen was all the way to the right in the red. What does that mean?
That
you have
is
problems.
your sanity bar.
Alright, Josh Chin will give me a real answer. What does the S bar mean?
It's the server... Something on the server side, I guess?
Server quality.
Yeah.
Oh, well, it was in the total shit red, so...
Oops.
How did you get it set up to load with question marks? I didn't...
Probably because I was already kicked out of the session, so it wouldn't load.
Oh.
Maybe you had Brian Barnhart looking at it. It's like, I don't know this shit. What the fuck? Where's the suspension? Where's the rollbar? Oh, what the fuck is that?
Alright, I just put in whatever setup I had for Michigan, and we're going to give it a go.
Okay, have I got
Only
to
the
come
top
into
10
this
qualifiers get a chassis.
session? I've got to buy some aftershave afterwards to use in my twig and berries.
Ooh, aftershave after Nair?
Aftershave after nair. Wow.
Ooh,
You guys
brutal.
are fucking... Yeah, you guys are
That's pretty
horrible.
funny.
Dude, that thing's going to fall off.
Yeah.
It's gonna turn black.
Hello.
No,
He's going to turn black, fall off, and go and buy his own bucket of chicken.
No, it's going to turn white and shrink 6 inches.
Small, medium, large, and oh my god, does that come in white?
Oh my god. So we've almost done this whole hour. Apparently Honda threatening to exit MotoGP, by the way. Again.
Wow.
Why would you do that?
Well, they're pissed off about engine regs, I think, or something. There's been this change in what they can and can't do, and you know, I think Honda are trying to be like the Ferrari of MotoGP at the moment, when it always used to be Ducati. But now Honda's like, yes, if you don't do what we tell you to, we're going to leave. I think MotoGP are like, okay.
Oh, I thought you were going to say that Honda was going to have like special rules made for it and veto things.
Well, yeah, you know. that's kind of also what Ferrari do after they threaten to leave. I do think, though, that I'm actually really excited to see what comes out of Ferrari in the next couple of years. Last week, of course, we talked about their Le Mans program. I still think they might enter IndyCar. Not necessarily badged as a Ferrari, though. Badged as something else that they have. I don't know, Fiat or something.
Fiat 500.
Yeah. God, those adverts are ridiculous.
Those adverts are terrible.
Oh, yeah.
Advertisements.
Although you've got that Jaguar one up at the moment, haven't you?
Jaguar.
Jaguar. Yes, all British people seem to play the villains, and this is the reason why we can talk in a villain-like voice.
We're drafting.
We're drafting? What are you drafting?
The rough at
Tim
Daytona.
Tebow?
Oh, he hit me.
Of course, yeah.
He's hitting me.
Hello. Is he slamming you into your rear?
He's trying to wreck me.
Wow.
No, he's inside of me now. Oh.
Hello.
Oh no.
Hello. Here, watch this.
You're gonna get real.
I didn't do
real
anything.
fast, Dave.
Oh, it didn't?
No.
Oh. That's because you're too cool for school.
Indeed. Oh, do you
I
remember
didn't have class today.
I'm not... I just had that weird moment where I just remembered who Kai and Ty were.
Oh! Justin wrecked me. He Dale Earnhardted me into the wall.
Ah, for Dale. For Dale.
For Dale!
For Dale!
Dale.
Free Dale.
Oh.
So, yeah, I mean, we're only a couple of weeks away from Speed Weeks. Oh, that's a one story.
Next
That's
week.
70...
Next week is the Sprint Unlimited shootout thing.
Yeah, and you've got that 72-year-old trying to qualify.
Morgan Shepherd.
I mean,
Well, James Harvey Hilton tried to qualify for the Daytona 500 one year, and he was like 80, so why not?
is he going to be sponsored by Depends?
I don't know.
He
but I
can
don't
be
wanna say
sponsored by
about that.
Depend, Viagra, any kind of, like, you know, male pattern boldness thing, and then the other pill that men with, I don't know, gout have or something.
Gout
news.
pill.
Yeah. I tell you
iRacing
what.
patch on Monday.
Yay!
I tried to announce that an hour ago, but Will Vincent kept interrupting me.
Well, we've
Oop,
only been on
I
an air
lost
for
your clip
56
there.
minutes, so fuck you.
We finally got a sound clip.
Well, a very, very heavy rotation tonight. We had a very Darrison, but let's go to Terrace Tazen.
Hey, see, BT, seeing as we've got you at the moment, would you like to tell us about your helpful tip for racing at Phoenix?
But just a tip.
Go on, Andrew. Read it out for us.
Oh, and helpful tip. Oh, excuse me. I thought you said me. I'll get
Thank
our
you.
friend BT.
Oh, and helpful tip. When practicing, focus on hot laps and spend only 5 to 10 minutes on other stuff like restarts and race lines for when you are racing next to someone. It may seem like the opposite of what you should do, but being out front gives you the advantage, and the only way to get up front is to qualify fast.
Can someone
I'm
explain
sorry, I
to me?
have cancer now.
Someone explain to me why Brandon Trano Trost is lambasting everybody about running hot laps when that's all he does.
I don't think
Anybody?
anyone can.
I don't have an
Spend only
explanation.
5 to 10 minutes.
Yeah, I mean, I'll tell you what, I spend more than 5 to 10 minutes on foreplay, for Christ's sake.
Everybody who's listening to the Will and Dave Show live right now, we are in a session at Daytona in the Rough. Feel free to join us, except for Brooks Westfall, who wants to see Will Vincent naked.
Ah, you
You're
know
gonna
what?
get
fuck
real
it. I
hot,
didn't-
real fast.
Oh,
Dave.
you were going to play it. Okay.
I win.
You're gonna get real hot, real fast, Dave.
Randy said that was bullshit.
Well, there we are. Episode
to play us out. What does that mean?
Episode XV of the Will and Dave Show is in the books. We have talked nothing about motorsports, except for about 10 minutes that we actually bothered.
You have more influence as iRacing.
Yeah, you can fuck off. I'm talking about iRacing here today, or other forms of racing. So, yeah, we'll be back next week. Of course, next week, Dave, it'll be Speed Weeks!
Speed Weeks!
Speed Weeks! So we might actually have something worth talking about. And let's not forget, the NASCAR season is only 2 weeks away from us. And you told me earlier on today In 2 weeks' time, you might not be able to do this on Fridays at 4 p.m. anymore.
I'm not sure. I may be getting a new job. We'll see.
Here we go!
Yeah, here we go! Oh, Justin just wrecked me. So, yeah, I might have a new job, might have some new work times. I don't know what's going on, so we'll see what happens.
So, is it going to be like the Baltimore Colts, where literally we just have to pack up and move at some random point?
Yeah, in the middle of the night, I'm just going to grab the U-Haul truck and get out of here.
Well, Dave, it's over to you.
Of all the podcasts that I've done, this one was the most recent.
I can't find the off button.
There's a shower.
Brilliant.
Cheers, guys. We'll see you next week. Bye.